So that was the most brilliant step of President Trump. But in the meanwhile, okay, we have also a very smart prime minister, Bibi Netanyahu. Bibi Netanyahu works along with Trump, yeah? But Bibi Netanyahu knows also that the one who really controls Syria are who? The Russians. So Bibi Netanyahu became a very good friend of Putin also. And he told Putin, hey, listen, we don't want the Iranians close to our border. So he said, don't worry. We are controlling it anyhow. Okay? So the Russians prevented the Iranian army next to the border, but also those rebels, the Sunni rebels. And nobody comes here. We are in charge. So we are actually protected on one side from Trump by all what he does to Iran. On the other hand, the good relationship between us and the Syrians and the Russians. And then there was this accident. Israel, okay, whenever Iran is trying to smuggle weapons through Syria onto Hezbollah in Lebanon, we go in and bomb them. Okay? One of the occasions, Israel bombed it. We already left, landed, and then the stupid Assad army fired and knocked down one of the Russian airplanes. Of course, they blame us, Israel. Bibi called Putin and said, our planes were already here. It's your stupid allies who shot your plane. So they made a big issue of it, nothing. So, what's going on in Syria? You have Russians, you have the Iranians, you have what's left from the army of Assad. You have the Druze that were recruited in Assad's army, but no longer. They said, we have had enough. So many of us were killed. We refuse to participate in the war. So now he's trying to force them to participate. You have the rebels there. And you also have the Kurds. Now, United States supports the Kurds. So do you understand what the mishmash is going on there? That you, many times, you don't understand who is against whom. But one thing, this is peaceful and quiet. They used to be by the border, used to sit here, boom, 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 even shells flying, some of them landing in Israel. Russia put an end to it. So it's Russia, you know, Putin. As far as we are concerned, he's good. He keeps our enemies away. And that's the situation now. Somebody asked me, what is the population of Damascus? I said, I don't know how many are left there. Because they were either bombed and killed or escaped. So I don't know how many are left. And if it was not for Russia, Assad would have been gone for a long time. And now there is another game. Because you have Europe on one hand, okay, and just what's her name, Angela Merkel and Macron met with the idiot from Turkey, Erdogan, yeah, and Russia, okay. Now they all hate each other. What to do about Syria? Okay? Putin wants Europe to rebuild Syria because he doesn't have the money. And they say, what should we do it? Okay? Turkey also. But what is Turkey saying to the Europeans? He say, hey, you know, we are actually preventing all the refugees from Syria from getting into Europe. Yeah? We're blocking them there. And if you don't give the money to restore Syria, we are going to open the gates and let them just flow into Europe. And what is Angela Merkel and Macron saying? We had enough of them. You know, we don't want any more refugees. So they are at each other's throat. And we're sitting and just watching them. That's the situation. Behind the scene. CNN will not tell you about it ever. Or the American news media, the newspapers. They won't say a word about it. But you want to know the truth?
I'm going to talk to you.
Hmm?
For the truth will come and talk to you.
Yeah, no, it's not me. I have Dr. Guy Bechor. He is an expert in what is going on in foreign politics, especially in the Middle East. And he's not politically correct. He tells you things as they are. But what is the media doing? For their own interest, they're trying to hide it. And why? Why do you think that they're against Trump trying to close the border for all those immigrants? Because if those immigrants are going to start coming, and I'm not talking even about the Muslims, I'm talking even about South America. Why the lefties want
Hi, Bot Radio Network Facebook family. This is Byron Tyler and Mana Stafford. Mana, we are back at the Golan Heights. We had a wonderful lunch at the kibbutz, and we climbed up here and getting a wonderful talk from Ruti, our tour guide. And what are your thoughts?
Well, Byron, I can't believe I'm back on the Golan Heights again. I mean, this is a phenomenal place. Right behind us, up on that mountain, you can see all of the equipment that the Israelis have. There's nothing moves on this border without they know about it. And they're ready for whatever happens here. But right now it's quiet, and it's good to be back up here just to refresh our memory about what has happened here in the past and how determined the Israelis are to hang on to the Golan Heights. They're not going to give it up, Byron. I mean, they're simply not going to.
Such a, as you mentioned, a strategic location with the amazing view here. I mean, back behind us at a distance is the Sea of Galilee.
Yes.
And so for 19 years, when Assyria controlled this area, they were able to bomb Israeli
And they
in
did
Israel.
a lot. Yes. Yeah.
But, and what's interesting, too, we were here in June when it was kind of end of spring or beginning of spring, I guess.
Oh, it was so green.
It was so
Now we're in the
green.
fall.
I took
it's
beautiful
not
flowers.
green now.
And,
yes.
And so, they're all gone, but it's still a beautiful view.
But you can see clearly, even I think in the fall, why they look across the border and they see all this cultivation and all the greenery and all the farms and all the things that people have worked so hard on, and they feel entitled to it to just come and take it. I mean, they don't have that over there. They don't have the farming and the food available, and so they want to cross this border.
Well, this really brings our Bible Comes to Life tour with Bot Radio Network, another exciting journey here to this area of Israel. I mean, tonight we'll be heading to the Sea of Galilee for a boat ride on the Sea of Galilee in the evening, and then a dinner at a restaurant that's right on the edge of the Sea of Galilee. So we're keeping you updated. Stay tuned to Bot Radio Network Facebook. Be sure and share our video. And thank you so much for your prayers. We're having a great time learning here with The Bible Comes to Life. Thank you to Omar Eshel and his team for helping put this trip together. We want to say hi to Rich Bott and Mr. Dick Bott. Hope you are having a good time back in the States. We wish you were here, and we'll talk to you soon.